morning, everyone. I'm going to invite you to come down onto your back and to bend your knees. And you might place your hands on your body, or you might just have them at your sides. And as you settle in, feeling the parts of your body that connect to the floor, see if you can let your head and your body be heavy. You're noticing how you feel. The closet is broken, so you can't get any props. Okay, so as you're settling in and noticing how you're feeling, you're thinking about how you want to feel at the end of practice. And we're going to start with, you can release your hands from your body. We're going to start with just lifting a knee towards your chest. And let's just say the right knee. So you're going to inhale, knee away from the body. Exhale, bring that knee in towards your body without using your hands. We're just going to stay with the same leg a few times. And you're noticing how you move that leg, like how it feels in your body as you're moving. So inhale away, exhale as you bring that leg in. And you can either just tap your foot on the ground or you can settle it on the ground. You're just noticing that one side. So next time your foot comes towards the ground, we're going to settle it down there and then start that same movement on the second side. So inhale, knee away, exhale, take that knee in towards your chest. Just breathing as you move, no rush, taking note of what occurs. Now this time, next time your knee is towards your chest, we're going to leave it there and then bring up the other knee to join it. Place your hands onto your thighs and then create that isometric sensation of hands pressing into your thighs, thighs pressing into your hands. See if you can feel your core engage. Notice how it feels in the low back. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, knees away from your body. You're going to keep the isometrics. Exhale, take the knees in towards the chest. So inhale, press those knees away because you're pressing the whole time. Hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Inhale, knees away. Exhale, knees in towards the chest. Moving as you breathe. If you get tired, just take a break. One more time. Then let's bring the knees in towards the chest, and you might rock side to side or in a circle. And I like this because you get to feel the sensation of your pelvis against the ground because you have your body weight and gravity. You're just noticing. Now, when you start to feel done, we're going to pause in the middle, stretch up your legs, and then take your hands onto your thighs. And here, we're going to inhale, legs away from the body. Exhale, take those legs in towards your body. So your hands are just sliding up and down your legs as you move your legs. So inhale, legs away. They're like perpendicular. Exhale, take them towards your body. So you're not bringing your feet towards the floor away from you. You're only bringing your feet like towards your head. Next time your legs are away, you're going to carefully bend your knees and place one foot on the ground at a time. And we're going to have the knees and the ankles touching and your arms down at your sides. And take a moment to just notice how your heart is, your body temperature, how your breath is moving. And then when you're ready on an inhale, we're going to take those arms up overhead, open the knees out to the sides, bottoms of the feet come towards one another. Exhale, knees together, arms come down to your sides. Just moving with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming back to center with the arms and the knees. And, just like with all our movements, there's no rush. You're moving with your breath, noticing sensations as you the next time your arms are overhead and your knees are open, we're going to pause here for a moment. Take a few breaths, and again, allow your head, your body, your arms, your legs to be heavy. And whenever your next exhale comes, let's bring the arms down and the knees together. And we're going to stretch the arms out to the sides. And now the inhale will be knees and face pointing towards the ceiling. Exhale, head one direction, knees in the other direction. And if it doesn't, if any part of it doesn't feel good, like turning your head, then don't do that part. Moving with your breath, no rush. So next time you finish the second side, we are going to pause for a moment. Again, check in with how you're feeling. And then we're going to roll over to one side and using your hands, help yourself to come up to a seated position. And then just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. And we are going to make our way onto our hands and knees. And if you, because we don't have props today, there's no props. So, yeah, so look at him now, the door, the lock. We're going to come up onto your hands and knees. So if you're on your mat and you don't have a blanket to put underneath, you can take your mat and just fold it over so that there's a little padding under your knees. And so wrists are slightly in front of the shoulders, knees slightly behind the hips. We're going to inhale up with a flat back and exhale down towards child's pose. Again, moving with your breath. No rush. Checking out all the wonderful parts of your body and how they're feeling as you move. Now, next time you come up, let's walk the hands over to one side. And again, you're going to walk to a place that feels comfortable in your body. Inhale up with a flat back and exhale down towards a side angled child's pose. No rush. When you start to feel complete on this side, we'll walk the hands through the center and then take your second side. Again, inhale is going to be up, and exhale, coming down towards that extended, this would be like a side angle, child's pose. Releasing your hips towards your heels. Many of us, they're not going to touch. Don't worry, we're not going to stay on the ground for that long. Again, when you start to feel, you might notice, sometimes maybe your body needs one more or one less. You're just listening to it as you move. When you feel complete, we're going to walk those hands back to center. And then, very carefully, you're going to step one foot forward. And I know a lot of times you have blocks under your hands. So we're going to do the best that we can with this. What I want to do is just bend and straighten that front leg. Right, so we're going to try that and see how that goes. You're just bending and straightening your front leg. And then one of those times when you come forward, we're going to explore releasing the hands from the floor, taking them onto your thigh, and then possibly reaching them up towards the ceiling. And you want that back knee behind. I know it's really hard. without having problems. So please just be careful. We're going to take the hands down to the ground, step back, front foot back, take your other foot forward. And again, just bending and straightening your front leg with your breath. And again, one of these times when you come forward, you have that back knee behind your hip, so you're getting an opening at the front of the hip flexor. You're going to bring the hands onto the thigh, and then possibly up towards the ceiling. Safety first, always. Keep breathing. And then, again, as you start to feel complete, hands down to the ground. I have one more that I wanted to do, but I think we're going to do it from standing. So we're going to turn those back toes under, lift up that knee, step your back foot forward into your forward bend. And then bringing your hands onto your legs, inhale halfway up and exhale in towards your legs. And your knees are as bent as much as you want them to be. And on one of the inhales, we're going to come all the way up. All right. How's everybody doing? And then once you're up standing, I just want you to roll through those shoulders. How is your body today? And then we're going to step our feet maybe as wide as your hips, maybe a little bit wider. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this. You can either interlace your fingers, turn your palms down, and take your hands up towards the sky. If that doesn't feel good in your body, you're just going to have your hands pressing towards one another. All right, and then the inhale, you're going to inhale as you reach over, breathe in, exhale to the center, and then second side. And again, if it pulls anywhere, you could do this movement with your hands down or with your hands apart from one another. You're just moving slowly, you're paying attention to what's happening in the rib cage as you're moving in your side bodies, your back body. Now, next time you finish that second side, you're going to come through the center, release the hands down to your sides, shake out your arms, and roll through your shoulders a little bit. And then you might make your way towards the front of your mat if you have one. And we're going to bring your hands to your heart center. So there's this fingertips, heels of the hands touching, thumbs gently resting on your sternum. And your feet are about hip width apart. And what's nice about bare feet on the floor is they actually stick pretty well. Okay, so we're going to inhale as you step back into your lunge. Exhale, come back to center. And then alternate. Right, so it might be a shorter stance than when you're doing a full lunge. Also, if you feel like you need your arms out, then take them out. So you're not necessarily stepping the whole foot down, right? One more time on each side. You're still breathing. And then we're going to pause for a moment. And I know for some of us it's hard stepping back like that because you can't really see behind you, but it's actually a really great practice for balance. So we're going to step back with our right foot. Right? And you have the choice. You can pivot your foot, put the heel down, or you can stay up on your toes. Then we're going to inhale, pressing your elbows back. And then exhale, you're going to extend that front leg and your arms. Inhale, exhale. You want to make sure that your feet are hip width apart. If you're in a straight line, balance gets harder. Yeah, so bring that back foot this way. Yes. moving with your breath. I can feel my toes moving. Am I alone? All right. Now, next time we're in our bent knee, you're going to step your back foot forward, and then in your own time, step that left foot back. Again, find your spot. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Back heel is up or down. Inhale with the elbows pressing back. And exhale, extend. Moving with your breath. Looks good. Two more times. This is a good balance too. All right, so next time your elbows are bent, I want you to pause for a moment. Breathe and focus. And we're going to come down towards the ground with our hands. And you're going to keep that left hand on the ground. Take your right hand onto your thigh, add a gentle little twist. And you might keep your right hand on your thigh, or you might reach it up towards the sky. You're going to find a comfortable place for your head. So you can look down, straight ahead, or up towards your hand. Now, stay with me here, right? I want you to think before you move, because we're going to take that left hand, bring it forward, and your right hand back. So you're going to come up into kind of a revolved warrior two. Beautiful. Now we're going to come back to the ground, bring both hands down. Let's pivot that back heel to the ground. And now you're going to extend your right arm forward, left arm back. Come on up. I know that quad might be getting a little bit tired, so on the exhale, come down to the ground, hands to the ground, step that back foot forward. Let's bring the hands onto the thighs. Inhale, come on up. Everybody's with me up here, okay? All right, and then we're going to step back with the right foot, okay? So find your place. Breathe and focus. We're going to have our hands on our thigh for the moment. All right, and then we're going to take the hands down to the ground. So you're going to keep the right hand on the ground, left hand onto the thigh, belly towards that inner thigh. Yep, that way. And then possibly you'll extend that left arm. Keep breathing. And even though your brain may know what's coming, I want you to think about it first. You're going to find your balance. We're going to take that left arm back, right arm forward. Breathe and focus, always being safe. Beautiful. We're going to come back down to the ground. Bring both hands down. And again, we're going to lift up that right arm. Oops, you might pivot your heel to the ground and come into a warrior two. So right arm goes back, left arm forward. Like, yeah, that way. We switched it, we did both. All right, nice big inhale. Exhale, bring those hands to the ground, pivot up onto your toes. And now we're going to lift your back foot up off the ground. And flex your foot. We're going to bring the knee in towards the head on the exhale. Inhale, extend the head and the knee. Exhale, bring your head and knee in towards one another. Now you could, if being down on the ground doesn't work, you could bring your hands onto the wall and do that same thing. So yeah, you can do it that way, or you can face the wall, whichever feels better. Now next time your knee comes in, let's place that foot on the ground. Then we'll extend your left leg and do that same thing. Inhale, the Extend the leg and the head. Exhale, come in towards the center. I know it's a lot of work. All right, last one. So when your knee comes in, we're going to place the foot on the ground, hands on your thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Take a few breaths, make sure you're not dizzy. Pause for a moment. We're going to step the feet maybe as wide as a mat. Hands on the outside of your thighs. Inhale, body up. Exhale, slide down. Keeping your hands connected as you move with your breath. Now, if it sounds inviting, you can start to bend the outside elbow and lift that arm up a little bit. And if it feels good, you can start to bring your head or your vision towards that lifted shoulder. Alright. So next time you're back at the center, we're going to bring the feet about hip width apart. And again, we're going to interlace the fingers, turn the palms down, and take the arms up. And if that doesn't work for your body, you're going to have your hands facing one another. So you're going to decide which one feels better in your body. And if neither do, it's okay to keep your hands on your hips. Okay? Inhale up. Exhale, you're going to sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Inhale, lift up, press down with your feet as you're inhaling up. Exhale down. Now, if it sounds exciting, you're going to come down a little bit deeper on your second time. So you inhale up, exhale down a little, inhale up, exhale down a little more. Again, if it doesn't feel good to go any deeper, you stay at that same level. You're finding that place that works for you. One more time. And this time we're going to stay in our chair position. We're going to release the arms. Shake out your arms a little bit. They might be tired from that. Now here, your hands can be on your thighs, your hips, or you can extend them again. I want you to find that place that works for you. We're going to come up onto our toes and find a balanced chair. Right, breathe and focus. Be safe. Laughing is good. Best medicine ever. Okay, heels down, and on your exhale, slide into that forward bend. And then inhale halfway up, and exhale in towards your legs. And on one of your inhales, you're going to come all the way up. And again, make sure you're not feeling dizzy, connect with your breath. So before class, we were talking about the hips, outside of the hips, the butt. So with this one, you can grab on to a wall or back of a chair if you're at home, or you can stand in the middle of the room. I want you to find your weight on your left foot, and we're going to start to extend the right leg out. So keep that foot flexed so that your muscles are engaged, and try not to drop your body down. So your body's staying upright, and we're just extending that leg out to the side with your breath. Nice. When that foot comes to the ground, you're going to shift your weight. Keep breathing, because sometimes you start doing this, you hold your breath. I feel like some of you are not breathing, so keep breathing. And whenever you're ready, extend your left leg out to the side, keeping the foot flexed, not dropping your body. And sometimes we don't even know that we're doing something like dropping our body off to the side. And we're not kicking it out, right? You're just extending and bringing it back one more time. Beautiful. All right, and again, for this next one, you could be at a wall or the center of the room. We're going to reach for your right ankle, and I know we don't have any straps in this room, but you could use a shirt or a sock, a belt, And once you're holding on to that foot or the ankle, I want you to just bring the heel towards your buttock. So for many of us, we get a stretch in the front of the thigh, but always exploring. And then we're going to move the knee front to back. Keep breathing. And next time your knee comes forward, gently release the ankle. And I want you to just bend your knees and take your hips in a circular motion. Then we're going to pause other direction. All right. Then of course we're going to do the second side. So when you're ready, again, reaching for the ankle or the foot, bringing your heel towards your buttock, and breathing as we stand here and notice what's happening in our body. And then in your own time, as you're ready, starting to move that knee front to back. Nice. All right. So, again, next time your knee is in line with your leg, we're going to gently release that foot to the ground, bend your knees, and this time let's try to make a figure 8 with your hips. So I kind of picture, I have markers on my hips and I'm drawing pictures. That helps me to swivel it out. So you're bringing one hip forward and then back, and the other hip forward and back. And then pausing, we're going to go in the opposite direction. I know for some of us, when we switch directions, it's like, what? Okay. And so pausing for a moment, we're going to interlace the fingers and roll through your wrists, kind of the same thing we just did with the hips, and then other direction. All right. How's everybody feeling? Good. All right, we're going to make our way down to the ground, and let's see, so we're going to sit. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, because I don't have anything to give you. All right, so you're going to make your way down to the ground and stretch out your legs. And we'll start with your feet flexed, hands up the thighs. We're going to inhale, body up, exhale, slide forward. So we do this a lot, and I talk about coming forward with your heart. So it's not moving through the head and the neck, although your head will come forward with your body. It's really getting this movement here in your pelvis. Inhaling up, exhaling, coming forward. So next time you come up, we're going to stretch our legs into a wide angle, but not too wide, right? And if you have a blanket and your body kind of comes forward, you can stick it under your pelvis. So here we are, we're sitting up. You're going to take your hands onto the floor, inhale, body up, exhale, start to come forward. And again, thinking about your heart leading the way instead of your head. Inhale up, exhale forward, and it would be okay to have a little bend in your knees if that helps you. All right, so next time you come up, we're gonna take your left foot and bring it in towards the thigh. And this is where if you don't have anything underneath you, you might even put your shirt under that ankle. So, and if your knee is lifted, you might have something underneath it to support it. We're going to take the hands and place them around the straight leg and pivot your body towards that straight leg. Now, another option, if this angle doesn't work for you, you could have your leg straight ahead instead of out at an angle. So, keeping your hands on the floor, we're going to inhale, body up, exhale, take your heart towards your leg. Inhale up, exhale forward. And if it hurts your knee to have this leg bent, you could also have both legs straight and do the same thing. All right, one more time. And then when you come up, we're going to take our hands behind us. Actually, we're not going to do that because of the floor. Never mind, cancel that. All right, we're going to take this straight leg and bring it in front. So you could straighten out that bottom leg or keep it bent. We're going to gently rock side to side. So this is a modification of my hip flow. All right. Now we're going to take this leg and you're going to sweep it behind you. Right? So you're going to take that leg, sweep it behind you. And we're going to come up onto our hands. And I like, especially without having padding underneath, I like the back toes turned under and your knee up. A lot of work. All right. So here, again, we're going to do little push-ups with our arms. So inhale, body up. Exhale, let your elbows bend and your body come towards the ground. Now, next time you come up, I want you to walk your hands back a little bit, soften your shoulders away from your ears. If it's not working, come onto your back. I'm just going to do this while y'all hold for a second and bring the leg in toward your body. Much better, huh? Okay, all right, great. So from here, we're going to sit your hip onto the ground and you're going to sweep that back leg around. Now you can sit up. So now your left leg is straight, and we're going to take that right knee and you're going to bring it over your thigh. Right hand's going to go behind you. So notice, as soon as I press my hand to the ground, like it's like I grow, right? My body, my spine gets long. Then we're going to stretch the left arm up as you inhale, and then exhale, bring your belly towards the inner thigh. Keep breathing. And then on an inhale, lengthening that spine once more, exhaling forward. Now for this next one, you can keep this leg that's straight, extended, or you can bend it and bring that heel towards your buttock, right? So you're going to choose what's appropriate for you. And then we're going to take this bent knee and you're going to imagine this. Your right heel is going to come towards your left heel. This pose is has been my nemesis all of my practice. Okay, so you have your heels towards opposite hips. Your knees are stacked up on top of one another. The other option is to have that bottom leg straight. Okay? So cow face, right? Yes? No? All right, now I want you to take your hands onto your feet and take your thumbs under the padded part of your foot and lift your toes, the big toes, towards the ceiling. So you're kind of pivoting your feet a little bit. And I want you to pay attention to what happens in your hip flexor as you move your foot. And you may notice nothing. It's always an exploration. Now we're going to release the hands. You're going to take your left arm up and then bend that elbow. And since we don't have straps or anything, I don't want anybody to try to force themselves. We're going to take your right hand and bend the elbow and imagine that your hands are reaching towards one another. Right? No forcing. Keep breathing. And then we're going to release, shake out those arms, stretch out your legs, shake them out. And then we'll open the legs once more into a wide angle. And carefully bring in your right foot. And again, you can have this leg at an angle. You can also keep this leg straight, right? You don't have to have this knee bent. You're going to take your arms around your straight leg, press into the floor. Inhale, body up. Exhale, heart towards your knee. Moving with your breath. Inhale up, exhale forward. Does this reach that spot when we do this? No. Just curious. All right. So from here, once you come up, we are going to reach for this leg. Again, you can, and you're going to hold on to your ankle and your knee, gently rock side to side. And this leg on the ground can be bent or straight. Right? You're finding a place that this works for your body. Right? Now this is where we're going to, when we release this leg, we're going to sweep it behind us, right? Or you're going to come down onto the ground and hold on to this leg and stretch out the other one, okay? So you're going to take that left leg, bring it behind you. Keep the toes turned under. Hands are on your side. Remember, you can do it on your back. Just make sure you have the second leg. Okay, so inhale, body up. Exhale as you bend your elbows and come towards the floor. So again, next time you come up, you're going to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Notice what's happening. Like, can you feel anything in your rib cage, diaphragm, shoulders, neck, hips? Like, where do you notice sensation? And then very carefully, taking that knee and hip to the ground, and you're going to sweep your leg around. And we're going to stretch out that leg. And this time, so your left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, belly towards the inner thigh. Body is long. And continue to take long, smooth breaths. Again, on an inhale, body long, exhale, come forward. And this is where we're going to take that bottom leg possibly and place your heel, right heel towards the left buttock, and then possibly take that other leg over top. And sadly, this has never looked differently for me, even when I was like in an ideal world, my legs would be gently placed on each other and flat, right? So again, you could have that bottom leg stretched out, right? So you can do this pose either way, and then we're going to place the hands on the feet so that your thumbs are kind of pressing at just at the base of the padded part under your toes and lifting your big toes towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. And then we're releasing your feet. We're going to take the left arm up, or right arm, sorry. All miscombobbled today. Elbow pointing towards the sky, hand towards your back body, and then left hand bending the elbow, and your fingertips are reaching towards one another. They may connect, they may not, but we're not forcing anything. And you're still breathing. And then gently releasing your arms, gently releasing those legs and stretching them out. And one more time, hands onto your thighs, inhale up and exhale forward. And you can either move with your breath a few times, inhaling up, exhaling forward, or you can stay in your forward bend, whichever feels better in your body. All right. So next time you make your way up, we're going to bend our knees and roll over to the side and make our way down onto our back bodies again, just like we started with our knees bent. So you're gonna get yourself safely onto the ground. And one more time, we're gonna pause and notice how the body feels. Letting your head and your torso, your arms, your feet just be heavy. Connecting with your breath. And then we're going to, once you feel connected, you might need another breath or two. We're going to walk the feet in so that the heels are fairly close to your buttocks. Your arms are down at your sides. And then inhale, we're going to press the feet into the ground, lift up your hips, lift up your chest, walk your shoulders underneath your body. And then exhale, bring your hips to the ground. So you're pressing with your feet, your shoulders and head stay on the ground, and you're lifting your hips and your chest as you inhale, exhale, bringing them down to the ground. Now, next time those hips come down, we're going to pause for a moment. And then we're going to take the right knee in towards the chest. And you're either going to hold on to the back of the thigh, the calf, or the pinky toe side of your foot. So it's like a half happy baby pose. Right? Now we're going to stretch out your other leg and flex the foot and let the heel hover over the ground. And you're going to press like you're standing on that straight leg. And very carefully, we're going to bend that knee and reach for, again, outside of your foot, calf, or back of the leg. And then we're going to take that right leg, stretch it out, bring it down towards the ground, and let it hover over the ground. And again, you're flexing the foot and you're pressing with that foot as if you're standing on it. And again, carefully bending that knee and bringing it in. Now we're going to hold both feet or calves or backs of the thighs, whatever works for you. And stay with me here. You might move your hands to where you're holding them. We're going to straighten those legs and bend the knees. So straighten your legs, take them out to a wide angle, and then bend your knees in. So you're going like from a wide angle to happy baby pose. Now, next time that your knees are in, we're going to release our hands from the legs and then stretch the legs up towards the sky. And just point and flex your feet. Maybe roll through your ankles a little bit. And then without letting your legs just give in to gravity, we're going to inhale, take your legs into a wide angle. And you could have your hands guiding your legs, or you can have your hands on the floor. Exhale, bring the legs together. You're in control of how your legs move here, no forcing. And next time your legs come together. We're going to bend the knees and then place your feet on the floor one at a time. Then we're going to open the knees out and keep the bottoms of the feet together. So we did this earlier in the practice. But what we're going to do differently is we're going to slowly lift our knees and bring them towards one another. So imagine that you could move a centimeter with each exhale. So you like inhale, relax, exhale, lift your knees, maybe a centimeter, maybe an inch. Inhale again, exhale, lift them a little bit. Inhale again, exhale. So slowly, 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 we're bringing the knees towards one another. And so no matter where you are in your movement, on your inhale, let's open the knees all the way out, and then exhale, relax for a moment. And again, inhale, exhale, lift a centimeter or so. Inhale, bring those knees up a little bit more. One more time, on an inhale, we're going to relax the knees towards the ground. Exhale, let your legs be heavy. And then after your next inhale, last time, we're going to start to lift those knees just a little bit. And I know this looks like we're not doing anything, and yet it's a lot of work. Those abductors and adductors don't necessarily get a whole lot of attention. Now this time, let's just bring the knees all the way together. And then one at a time, bring those knees towards your chest. And you might want to just hold on to them. You might want to take them in a circular motion. Do whatever feels best on your low back. Now let's bring your left foot to the ground. We're going to cross the right knee over top. So you're going to cross at the knee, not at the ankles. So slide them so that your knees are on top of one another. And then you're going to press down with your left foot, lift your hips, and bring them over to the right. So, and it's kind of, it's one of those things your body wants to do the opposite. Then we're going to bring the knees to the left. So your hips are over to the right, your knees are to the left. And then if it feels comfortable, you might take your head to the right. So it's a little bit of a deeper twist, and you're just breathing and relaxing. Hopefully. And carefully bringing your head to the center, we're going to lift up the knees, uncross the legs, bring your hips back to center. And then we'll cross the left leg over top, and again, crossing at the knees, pressing down with your right foot, bringing your hips towards the left, and then your knees towards the right, and then again, if it feels good, head towards the left. Carefully bringing your head and then knees to center, uncrossing the legs, straightening out hips in your body, and then thinking about how you want to be for Shavasana. So, when you're ready, ask your body, does it need anything else before you go into Shavasana? If it does, go ahead and do that. I realize we don't have a lot of options for support today, but you're going to do whatever feels good for you. Good idea. And as you settle in, taking a couple of long, smooth breaths. So, like that chant says, it's like, good morning, sun, good morning, world. Here, ready, show me the way. So when you're ready, starting to bring awareness back to your body, breath, thinking about how you may gently reawaken your body. And in your own time, possibly coming up to a seated position. So for our breath today, I want you to place a hand just under your rib cage on your diaphragm and the other one on the lower part of your body. And we're going to do a prana breathing, which most of you've done before. So you're going to inhale a little bit, pause, and then inhale some more. Pause, and then exhale. So inhale, pause, inhale some more. Pause, and then exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale some more, so that take a full breath. Pause again, and then exhale. We're going to add in one more pause. If that doesn't work for you, stick with the two. Inhale, pause, inhale some more. Pause, and inhale your full breath. Pause, and exhale. Do that 2 more times at your own pace. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause. Inhale, pause, exhale. After that exhale, just sitting for a moment, eyes closed or looking towards the floor. Noticing how your body feels and thinking about how you want to move out into your day today. And I'd like to thank you all for being here and for not only being physically flexible, but flexible with what we have available to us. And I'd like to thank all of my teachers, past and present, and acknowledge the lands that I live in. It's not mine. And yes, let's just do an O today. So taking a nice big breath and then opening your mouth when you say the O and bringing it closed as you say the M, and keep it closed so that you can feel that like humming. If that doesn't make sense, we're going to try it and you're going to see. So nice big inhale. Oh.